chill. I think we should look pull up the questions, bro.
Welcome back, guys, to Figuring Out Fridays. I think it's safe to say you got 4 familiar faces here. We did lose a couple 2 members, but they not all is lost here, and we're here to still, spew out lots of wisdom to all of y'all and be engaged as we always are. For the new format that's moving forward, you will see on Fridays the 4 of us here. Mike, me, Prit, and Michael. And as for Joshan and Sahan, the 2 missing key figures, they will be holding another episode where they're going to go into a deeper dive of the selected topic of that week. And we will be implementing this moving forward. From time to time, Joshan and Sahan will still come in and help us out here on Figuring Out Fridays. But for now, it will be the 4 of us.
Which means that this Figuring Out Friday will move into a more fun side, and we're gonna be, playing around a little bit.
Fun
But
Friday.
of course,
Experimenting, try out new things.
yeah, try new things, experimenting, of course. And since we wanted to provide more information deeply, and the time was not giving us that advantage, so we decided that to split our Figuring Out Friday into 2 pieces. Like Alex said, Joshan and Sahan will dive into deeper topics, which if you want to listen and learn into, let's just say, molecular level of the topics, you can listen to Joshan and Sahan, and we will be on Figuring Friday, provide and use that information kind of playful way, and we will try to make it as enjoyable as possible for you guys. Prithvi and Alex, Prithvi and Michael, y'all got anything to say for us here?
I'm just gonna say that I'm excited for this change. I'm excited to see what we can all bring on the table moving forward and what new ideas we can all come up with.
We're implementing the ideas from Joshan and Sahan's podcast and just bringing it out to you guys, the general, and more in a more playful way. So I'm excited for that change.
Before we start, I gotta say, Prithvi, you got some interesting haircut going on over there. What happened? Did you get bullied into that, or
do we have to, bro? I think
turn that way, bro.
I don't know. I think I fixed that so we will be neutral. But you got that side piece going on. I don't know about all that, bro.
Nah, he look like a Neymar.
Let me fix that, bro.
Hey, Alex, guide us into it.
All right, so we thought now that moving forward into this new setting and, the big 4, you could say, are here now. We're going to give you a little bit of, who we are, so you can relate to us, that we're not, we might be a superhero to you, but we're still just as human as you guys. And we all started somewhere. And that's what I wanted to, kind of hold this topic for this Friday, before we, deep into the good things, for following topics moving forward. So I think me and Michael did this with Sahan on one of the first very first episodes back in April. And I think it's a good recap now that, we have the additional members of Prithvi and Mike here to bless us with their appearances. So we're all going to answer this, but I'm just going to run down a couple of questions just about our fitness journeys in general. So first off, I wanted to say we can start from right to left. So we'll start from Michael, Prithvi, me, and then Mike. So I want to say what first inspired you guys to, start lifting or getting into the whole fitness regime?
Yeah, so for me, I was a very overweight kid, and I struggled in class to get along with other kids, you could say, just because of that appearance. And then a public figure in my life was my cousin who did, Alex, you might enjoy this, he did wrestling. and he's very successful now. So as a young kid looking up to him, he was a big inspiration, and he would make me do push-ups when I couldn't even do one push-up and just run around. So that was my whole reason for getting into fitness.
Great, man.
It's good to hear, bro.
What about you, Prithvi?
So I would say that a lot of us, I mean, myself included, can sympathize with Michael's story here. My story is a little similar too, but then I tried doing stuff like track and stuff to lose weight and stuff like that, but it was like really hard. But I remember just scrolling through social media and seeing Ziz. I was like, wow, like this guy, I'm trying to be that. So then I was trying to lose weight. You know what I'm saying?
Truly inspiring.
Yeah.
And now I'm on my journey trying to reach that like maximum potential I can do.
Good stuff, man. Inspirational.
For me, a little bit of a different way how I got invested and interested in fitness. I think this one.
Is this about to get dark?
Oh no, I think it's more comical.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wasn't really fat growing up, but I remember I was watching with my my first ever girlfriend, Magic Mike. I'm sure everyone's very familiar with the movie, and you know Channing Tatum and all those other guys were really ripped, you know. And my girlfriend at the time asked me, said, "Why aren't you like that?" So,
Mind you, how old were you at this time?
15. So I was looking at myself and looking at like I didn't have abs, but it just was like, you know what I'm saying, just a regular stomach. And I was like, yeah, like we gotta fix something because that's like crazy disrespect and we're not tolerating that over here. So Channing Tatum really was like that inspirational figure for me because you know I tried so many trial and errors to get my first ever six-pack, and when I did it, you know, my confidence went through the roof. And then I started doing, you know, calisthenics and then going into weight training. And now I kind of do both. And I do like lots of cardio as well, you know, with swimming and basketball and soccer. So for me, my favorite part of the day usually is working out and doing the cardio because it really makes me happy. And my motivation, waking up every day in the mirror, looking 1% better, is what always brings a smile on my face.
So do you look forward to switching up the routine of whatever cardio you might be doing like per day?
Yeah, I mean, I don't play.
basketball?
You know, like last weekend, I played with all you guys and Joshan Sahan soccer. And, you know, 2 days ago, I played basketball with, I think, me, Prithi, and
Oh, I
Joshan.
was shooting threes on you.
Who?
You.
Oh, I was shooting these. Yeah.
Yeah, I was lucky though.
Yeah, I got unorthodox ways of playing, but, you know, it's all about, you know, adapting to different systems and plays. And it's also about burning those calories, right? That's what it matters the most.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm going to hand it over to Mike.
Well, my journey is, I don't know, kind of up and downs. So I started as a skinny kid, no sports, nothing. I was just, chilling. And I hit the 6th grade, and my parents decided to send me to United States, from Europe to United States. Well, that was first time I tasted Big Mac. It all started to go downhill since then. First, and it was like time period where McDonald's came out with extra large fries. So the fries were coming like this big, bro.
Bro, I can't resist those fries, bro.
Bro. So
Not now, bro. I can look.
it dragged me down so bad. Like Little Caesars, cheese pizza with garlic breads, all that. No diet drink, straight up sugary sodas, 60 grams of sugar straight up, 2 liters of Pepsi, Coke, whatever. And yeah, it got to a point over the summer where I was eating 2 Big Mac meals, bro, together. So guess when I went back home in Europe, I looked like Big Ball. I was so puffed up. I started to look like Ball. So yeah, first year, I mean, my friends didn't want to bully me, so I was still a cool kid at the school. But got to a point where I got into karate.
Oh wow.
I was there for 1 year. Then we went on a karate trip, and then like our teacher used to wake us up at like 6:30, and we were in mountains too on the trip. So imagine how cold that is at 6:30, and we would just run laps around. So I slowly start dropping weight. Then I hit the plateau around like 10th grade, I would say. That's when like me and my friends got a little active, so we started playing volleyball over the summer, basketball, all that. So I started to lose weight, but I'm still back in Georgia, mind you. So I'm losing weight, I'm getting slimmer, and boom, 12th grade, I have to move back to United States. And yeah, bro.
Or backtrack.
I moved back in here. Man, don't eat man-made food, bro.
Mm.
I went back to 200 pounds easily. Like that, bro. So I think the most weight I weighed was like freshman, my freshman year in college, when I met Prithvi. Me and Prithvi also, then me and Prithvi met our friends in Calculus 1 class, and those guys are, little muscled up. Shout
Right.
out to Masi and Dom. Shout out to
Shout out to
Masi and
Masi and Dom.
Dominique. So these guys actually took time and like taught us things about the gym, and like kind of guided us of like what actually look like those eating healthy and like calories and all that. Like me and Prithvi used to go to buffet, not count calories, like eat 2 plates of pasta, all that. In Ravenhill, you can eat whatever you are, bro. And we
Bro,
used to get
Hey, bro.
we used to get student discounts, and we used to go crazy over there. And then Masi and Dom kind of changed our trajectory, so we started getting into more gym. But thing was that like I started going to the gym, but then again I hit plateau. Then I kind of stopped working out. Then I just it was like 40. I think like freshman spring and sophomore fall. Like I didn't work out that much. I would say like I would go to gym like twice a week. Then we started snowboarding, skiing, which over the winter actually helped me to drop a little weight. And this year 2025, so our junior spring semester, we met these guys, Alex, Michael, Sahan, and Joshan. Shout out to them. And we're learning more into like how to eat healthy and actually cook food, and how to maintain whatever our goals are, and how to achieve those goals pretty quick. So yeah, we started getting into shape. I mean, when I met you guys, I'm pretty sure I was like 205, right? It was March.
Yeah.
March. So I was around 205. Over the summer, like hanging out with these guys, I picked up a lot of habits, eating habits. I'm talking about like drinking water after the meals, not drinking soda. And I mean that takes time, you cannot just pick all the stuff over like over the summer. Like these guys, imagine Joshan and Sahan, for example, they've been practicing this for their whole lives and learning these healthy habits and how to actually live healthy life. And me and Prithvi kind of hopped in on the train and picking up all those habits as fast as possible over the summer. And I think we're getting better now. Currently, I wrapped up my 7-day dry fast, which I will discuss at the end of the podcast with these guys. And just to get to the point, currently I'm at 175 pounds after my 6-day dry fast, if we're gonna call it. And I plan to keep moving. We don't stop here, bro.
And I just want to jump in. I think it's a great idea to surround yourself with it, because you are what you surround yourself with.
Yep.
Well, even throughout each podcast, we learn new things on Healing Your Way, and we all keep each other accountable. So I think that that's a great thing.
Yeah.
And you can even, for you guys, have like friendly competitions with each other on what really matters. So
Mhm.
at the same time, you're improving each other, and no one's pushing each other down.
I
I'm
agree.
glad to be surrounded by everyone here.
That was well said.
Thank you, bro.
I think all like former fat kids, they know the shirt pull technique, right? Where sometimes you just be walking around and you just have to
Oh,
do that, bro. Even though I lost weight, I still be doing it sometimes. And back
Mm.
then, bro, it used to be crazy. People were saying things like butterball. Crazy stuff going on, bro.
You got any other
we
insults
made it,
that
bro.
you can provide, bro?
Any what?
Any other insults that you recall, bro?
Uh, cheese muncher.
Like, what was the most inspiring one? Like, you got hit by it, and you just say, "Oh yeah, I got changed."
I don't think I really got bullied like that, but I was like, I looked at myself and I looked at other people,
Mm.
and especially like during gym class when we had to run laps around the gym, I was like, if I can't do this, then something wrong with me, bro.
Mm.
And that was the time, bro. I decided it was time for a change, bro.
Got it.
And
Got it.
like you said that you did martial arts back in Georgia. I was actually enrolled in Tang Soo Do for a bit during high school, and that helped me lose some weight as well. But I feel like I needed to go to the gym to get out of that like skinny fat stage that I was at, because I was just mainly doing cardio at Tang Soo Do, because like the running and there's not really much like lifting going on.
Mm.
But I feel like the gym really helped me like fill out my frame.
For sure. I'm going to move on to our next question. Thank you for all your participation. It was excellent from each of one of you. How long, I want to know, like when you we just talked about first starting and that inspiration. I want to know, when you first started, how long did it take you to stay consistent with it? And like, what were those first workouts like? Were they paced out? Were they like 1-2 hour? You were able to like grind it out like that? I was just curious. I'll start with Michael first.
yeah. So if I'm counting it correctly, I started more sophomore year in high school. So till now it's been 4 years. But I would say for sure the first year was very like inconsistent and
Mhm.
not like program or structured at all. So I would just go into the gym and like the most horrific form you can see on a workout, just trying to pull as much weight. And I think I might still have videos of that, but I was very, very it's like it looked weird. My frame looked really weird, like skinny fat at the time, and like no muscle. So but throughout the years, I'm starting to learn more about working out, and there's always free content videos online that you can educate yourself on. You don't always have to go buying like, let's say, like personal trainers or something, but you can always educate yourself. I would say you need the personal trainers if if you really struggle with working out, or there's like really minute, like very detailed problems that you're facing. But for most of the things, there's free information online. You can go check it out and even be influenced and inspired by the people making those content. and just hop in there, find your group of friends in the gym, and you can just bang out the workouts. And over time, you start seeing it less as a chore, but you can even be on family vacation and you're like itching to get a workout in. Like, I can't do this. I can't go throughout the day without getting my workout in. So it's become like a way for me to maintain so far. Yeah.
Mhm.
For me, I would say that it's been pretty much on and off. The one consistent thing was, as I mentioned, Tongsudo. I went there every day, like around like 6 to 7. But other than that, yeah, I started going to the gym around, I would say, junior to senior year, and it started pretty slow, but it really picked up because like Michael said, I had a group of friends that I would go to the gym with. It would usually be right after school because my school had like a weight room for like the wrestlers and stuff like that. So we would go in there, lift some weights, and really having a group of people to do it with is what makes it fun. And for us, it was pretty fun at the time. So we would just go in there, bang out like maybe an hour or two workouts, and even then, like we were playing like catch with like a medicine ball and stuff like that. So like it didn't have to be boring or anything.
Oh, like sit-ups, like you do a sit-up and then you throw a medicine ball, or you just
No, we
straight up throwing it?
were just chucking at each other. But
I think we lost connection. I think we lost connection. We back.
What was the last thing you guys heard?
did you guys hear me?
It was like the last 5 seconds.
Yeah. Last 5 seconds it lag.
So we good?
Yeah. So now you good.
All
Yeah,
right.
so-
Oh, you keep going, bro.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say that we ended up getting banned, but don't let that stop you. Find a new gym.
Mm.
You get banned from that, you find the next one.
Planet Fitness has like a summer teen like a deal going
yeah.
on, and where if you're a teen, you can go to Planet Fitness for free in the summer. And I know a lot of people like that might be heavier might think like, oh, might be ashamed to go to the gym. They might think like, oh, maybe let me lose a little bit of weight first and then go to the gym. But I would say just go out there and do it because people in the gym are friendly. So if you ask them to spot you, they'll help you out. If you ask them to check out your form, they'll help you out. Like it's no big deal. And I would just say put yourself out there.
Yeah, I
and
feel
also
Yeah.
like people got a lot going on. You never know what someone got going on at the gym, so they might as well not be paying attention to you. So you don't have to worry about it and don't have like that complex that someone will be watching and judging you because like most people are there the same reason you are there to get better and improve. So I don't think that really matters. Just keep yourself locked in and I guess don't worry about others. Just worry about yourself.
Even we got our certifications in personal training, so we could help anyone interested to take that first step, and we can help take that first step with you and show you some basic exercises or exercises that are more suited to what you like to do.
Yeah, over the summer, like we were working on personal coaching and also nutrition certificate. So now since we're certified, it also helped me to understand better those like nutrients, also some type of movements. Mostly like we work out as a group, so we show each other like what form is better, like what exercise hits muscle best. So if you guys are interested or maybe you want to start, don't know how to start, maybe we can help you out sooner or later.
Definitely. For me, I'd say I was pretty consistent my first year. And this was during COVID time, so I don't know about you guys, but for me, I was really bored during quarantine, and these guys all know that my video game skills really do lack, as I didn't really play a lot of them growing up. I started playing Asphalt Legends. It's a great game, but other than that, and FIFA with family friends, most of my time was like towards academics and like other activities. Like I played chess and whatnot. But when I first started doing that fitness, I really was doing it more as a way to, speed up time throughout the day, because I was like, oh, there's so many hours a day. Let me get to 11 p.m. so I can be tired and fall asleep. And I was consistent for a whole year. So I saw like my abs, and I was able to be like muscular and strong. I think after like 6 or 7 months of doing that. And then around a year later, when I was 16, uh, I faced my first injury from wrestling. I dislocated my elbow, and I really was like kind of set back, both in a emotional, mental, and physical state, obviously. And I think after like even after I got out of the cast and I went through rehab and all that, it took me like 4 months to like tell myself that I need to go back work out. My arm was fine, was healed, but I didn't have the motivation to go back and do it. So it was on and off, and that wasn't only my injury growing up. So I did have a couple of those setbacks, but I would say I became consistent with working out uh, once senior year of high school started again, because junior year we all had, I think junior year is like the hardest year of school. Correct me if I'm wrong. You got the SATs. Some people argue it's like the most important year of your academical journey. So I was really packed junior year, and I didn't put my fitness as a goal or like a primary goal. So once I reached senior year and that time kind of like alleviated, I was able to put my priorities back in line.
I mean, for me, as I said previously, I've been on and off. Like I never had that constant, gym. I think the longest I went, like going to the gym, was like maybe 1 month and a couple days, and I would drop it like 2 months. I would just like maybe play basketball and then get back to it, then drop again. But I feel like over the summer, like getting this certificates and stuff will definitely help me. I feel like before my dry fast, I was pretty consistent with the gym, and I'm planning to be more consistent after this. After I start reintroducing some energy into my body. So yeah, we're gonna see how it's gonna work out.
All right, I want to move on to our next question then. This is more centered around growth and motivation in that sense. And I wanted to ask, we just talked about, those inconsistencies, and leading off of that, I wanted to ask all of us, what's like that one obstacle you had to overcome early in that journey? I know for me, I just said the injury, but was there like a lack of support, a lack of enthusiasm? You didn't know what to do in the gym? Like, what was that thing you had to overcome and, find that solution yourself that enabled you to now have this consistent sort of training?
I think for me was more communication in the gym, because you're surrounded by other people who might have been in the gym for way longer and they're more experienced than you. So it's not always like a bad idea to talk to other people instead of being more closed off. So I for sure would have had way faster progress if I'm going around and asking and talking to other people, even the older people. They always have good advice for you too when you're starting off. So I feel like that was a one big issue I had. But other than that, when I was first starting off, I feel like just like everybody, it was fun to kind of be experimental and jump into different machines and just try it out. So other than that, there wasn't too many big issues for me.
I guess for me, it would be like time management. Like back in high school and middle school, I would be like pretty busy doing like a bunch of chores and stuff around the house. And then at the same time, in high school especially, one of my friends would be like the guy who drove everyone to the gym. And we would all have to like kind of match schedules to see who would be able to go to the gym at the same time. So there was like a bunch of that stuff kind of going on. And it was also like personal like motivation. It was hard to bring myself to the gym every day. I was pretty inconsistent. back then. But yeah, that was pretty much it for me.
For me, very similar to Prit, that personal motivation was the hardest part for me. Luckily for me, I was part of a very loving wrestling family, and was privileged enough to have a really good mentor who was my wrestling captain at the time. Shout out Schlegel, and he really disciplined me and made me think like the impossible is possible, and it's really true. If you put your heart and mind in anything, you can make it happen.
I heard the stories. Schlegel's a monster in that ring.
He looks scary, but he really he got heart.
A heart kid.
I mean, for me, it was a battle with my inner self. You know, those constant battles you got going on with your mindset. And I mean, I think I'm overcoming it now, and I'm definitely defeating it since I see a lot of change. But beginning of the journey when I came here, like my college freshman, I decided to, since like I never been to the gym, mind you, so I decided here to like get a trainer to show me how to do stuff. Don't ever go to LA Fitness and sign trainer contract. They are scammers. Sit me down and bro said, in 3 months, you're 18, you gonna be like a popcorn puffed up in 3 months. And I'm telling bro, yo, I'm broke college kid. Like I don't got that much money. He said, you don't gotta worry about it. Sign this for me. He made me sign $200 a month contract. First off, he said 3 months. Bro made it 9 months, mind you. And then, like since I was paying, I started going, you know. And imagine it was only 3 times a week too. And he started showing me these exercises, so I slowly started to get idea like what was going on. Then when I realized these guys were just bullshitting, didn't care about me. So I went on YouTube, started searching up some stuff, getting like learning more how to work out, all that, like what workout does to your body, how to burn fat, calories, all that. And halfway through, I dropped the contract, and I never went back to LA Fitness. And I feel like that also demotivated me because the guy who made me sign the contract, he said, yeah, I will give you some meal recommendations, and bro was making me eat like plain rice and chicken, bro. So I said, man, y'all don't know what y'all doing.
And the
So
locker rooms
that's
used to be really dirty too, bro.
hmm.
The locker rooms are really dirty when I went to LA Fitness too, bro.
Did you go to the Roxborough one?
I think something like that. I lived in Springfield.
Oh, the one I went to was, I'd say, top tier, but I know for sure that LA Fitness had a thing going on in the court. They were getting sued for really scamming their customers with their outrageous
Yeah,
monthly
crazy.
plans. Yeah.
So that's why I decided if I become like a knowledgeable personal trainer in nutrition, might as well show my clients how to cook meals that they actually enjoy. And like you have to make this progress enjoyable, you know. Like you can't be eating plain rice and you say, oh yeah, I'm good off that. Like I see a lot of kids on TikTok, TikTok gym bros, like no way they eating plain rice, ground beef with no seasoning every day. Like
I feel like they make it just for the one video and go back to what they're actually.
yeah, I don't know about all that. So yeah, if I get, clients who wants to be coached as a nutritionist, maybe I can start showing them how to actually enjoy this progress, you know. And actually, I feel like that eating healthy and like enjoying your meals even pre or post workout, that actually like helps you to be motivated because you're actually enjoy whatever you're doing, you know. And currently, I'm enjoying this progress, so I'm gonna stay with it.
Yeah, I feel like that's the key to like a long lasting commitment, because if you don't enjoy it, then you're not gonna want to keep up with it. and at some point, the unenjoyable part of your workout or whatever you're eating will outweigh whatever benefits that you feel like you're getting, and then you'll just want to quit.
Yeah.
All right. Now that we talked about those original inconsistencies that we had and overcoming those obstacles, now I wanted to ask you guys, what is your current goal right now? Whether it's strength, physique, athletic performance, lifestyle balance, or another one, doesn't have to be those options.
For me, so I think Mike said, what was the heaviest you got to?
205.
205. I'm pretty sure I blew that out. I got to about 220 around January during my bulk. And my whole goal for that bulk was just to hit 315 on bench and 405 on the squat. And after that, right now, I'm currently just cutting weight again and getting to a lean muscle mass where I'm going to maintain. That's my short-term goal right now. But also possibly in the future, who knows, I might enter a bodybuilding competition.
Mm.
So on Healing Your Way, you can have me plastered on, strike one of those poses
Mm.
with a nice
We're
tan.
here for you, bro. We're
Hey.
here for you, bro.
I can just see Alex imagining that thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, in our group of friends, he's known as Purple. So I can only imagine him being Purple champion.
Hopefully they give me a purple medal, bro.
It could be like above gold, right?
Yeah, like Gatorade, bro.
Mm.
Oh, so you'd be creating a whole new tier list, basically.
Mm.
I'll make
I like
my
that.
own section in the bodybuilding competition, bro.
I like that mentality.
That would be crazy aura, bro.
Mamba mentality.
Legacy forever.
Yeah, so that's my short and long-term goal at the moment with this.
Cliffy, talk to us.
So I would say my goal for now is reaching around like 10 to 12% body fat. I feel like I've never got that low before, so I was like, you know what, might as well try to give myself a challenge and see if I can do it. But I also was thinking about in the future to put on some muscle too, bro, and maybe join the 1,000-pound club, bro.
And also, I want to add, Joshan and Sahan have been showing us MMA. So I feel like someone who's like heavier like me, it would be there's the whole stigma where the more muscle you have, the worse you be in a street fight or something.
Mm.
So if you watch UFC, you got people like Yoel Romero or I forget that one Brazilian dude, but Costa, yeah, and they're just huge.
What about-
But you got
What
all
about
that mass.
Francis Gano, bro?
Yeah, you got all that mass, but you're still able to move fluidly and everything. So
Maybe you can also merge your body mass with Mentastics and Traeger.
exactly.
Woo! And damn, imagine the fluidity of your body, bro. Get move around like crazy.
Asian Conor McGregor, bro.
Bro.
Shout out Brian from Traeger.
Shout out to Michael Lear, who's teaching our shit. Go ahead, Alex.
So
Talk to me.
fluid, bro.
I'd say for right now, I kind of did gain a couple of pounds over the summer. I really was enjoying, all the beautiful foods at the beach and whatnot. I think for now I'm going to go back to a lean athletic build. I know you guys have seen me do the Ronaldo diet on here for that month, and I've already told my review about it on that episode, but it really did set me back, and I really realized I'm not built like Ronaldo for that. So that only made me respect Ronaldo even more. No hate towards Ronaldo, of course, but I think I'm kind of going back to that lean build, sort of like progressive overload type of training, and look the best I can be in the mirror and on the field.
Me personally, I never admired like abs and stuff. So currently, my goal is to get my hips moving and hit backflip on a snowboard this season.
That's a good goal, bro.
I'm trying to hit the slopes. That's my goal for now, just to move fluid on the slopes. You know.
Right now it's about to be good snowboarding season, bro.
I guess
Mhm.
my goal in terms of snowboarding is to get better snowboard grip, bro.
Drip.
Yeah.
You know what they say, bro? The fit already is the physique.
Mm.
No, isn't the physique the fit?
Yeah, not right in that one.
Well, for me, I have fire fits for this next snowboarding
Mm.
session, but I just look super trash on those slopes, bro.
Don't worry, bro. We got you, bro.
Got you, bro.
Me and Prithvi,
And
we.
Sahan's gonna transition from skiing to snowboarding too, so I can't wait to see
Mm.
that.
So yeah, we getting new snowboarders on the squad.
Yeah.
Me and Prithvi started. I mean, I transferred from skiing to snowboarding last season. I made Prithvi start snowboarding, and at the end of the season, we taught each other how to go down the slopes without falling. You know, we actually were doing pretty good.
We even
Hey.
went down the slope holding a pizza, bro.
Yeah, yeah. pasta.
Yeah.
Because the restaurant at the top of the mountain was closing down, so we had to take it down. So I decided, okay, let me do it, and I was holding pasta going down the slopes. So that means we're pretty good, bro. We got you. If you need lessons, we
I
got
trust
you.
y'all. I know I haven't skied before, but I know pizza is a term in skiing. I didn't think you guys would took it into the literal meaning, bro.
I don't know about skiing, bro. I was skiing for like 2-3 seasons,
Yeah.
but even I was bad at snowboarding. It was more enjoyable than skiing.
Yeah,
I would
skiing
say
is
that.
pretty harder in my opinion, bro. That pizza stuff does not work for me, bro. Never has and never will, bro.
All right. Great talking about the snowboarding and skiing. I also learned my first skiing this last season, coached by Sahan, I think, for 6 hours until I finally got pizza down. But now moving on back to fitness. What's one mistake you guys would say you guys made early on? Like, I feel like we all have that unique mistake that it took us a minute to kind of realize.
I mean, mostly bad forms, like in the beginners, like you see bad form with the exercises. So I would say just make sure you watch videos or maybe ask personal trainer. I mean, like asking someone for advice is doesn't cost anything. So I would say get form down better would be nice move. And I feel like that was my major issue because my form of the workouts were not really that great. And over the summer, even after like learning the personal coaching stuff, it showed me as I was still doing some of the forms wrong. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah, for me, I feel like you said, bad forms. But early on, when I started lifting, I would say ego lifting, because you see, like, I think everyone heard the term like newbie gains. Like when you first start lifting, like you gain muscle pretty quickly. And yeah, so like when that happened, like I would feel like I want to catch up to everyone else in the gym, and I would be trying to lift weight more than I could. But then later on, I realized that action was like not going to get me anywhere, and that we all start somewhere and we build up gradually with progressive overload and all that. And yeah,
I think maybe for me, there's terms people get mixed up in the gym, and it's like powerlifting and bodybuilding. So I think it's better to stick to the one. At the moment, I have like a mix of the two, but in the beginning, it was really bad, and the whole again, my whole program structure was just really bad. It wasn't either Arnold, ULR, UPL, or none of that. It was just really trash, like programming. So I feel like when you get up to a certain point, then you basically your two routes like bodybuilding or powerlifting, or a third one of maintaining. So just getting that like down first, what you what's your goal to achieve in the gym at the moment is a problem that I had in the beginning.
I also remember when I was in the gym, I remember thinking that the more muscle you put on,
Yeah.
the more that muscle will burn calories like passively. So like if you have more muscle, then you burn more calories passively. So I kind of took that I took that concept and I ran with it. And sometimes like after the gym, I would immediately go get a Big Mac or something. But that
I
would just like kill
earned
all
this.
my yeah, exactly. But that would just kill all my gains, and I realized at that time, I was like, as long as I'm
Yeah,
getting well,
that's also a great point because as a beginner, like diet plays a lot of role in like overeating and people not counting calories. Maybe that will actually like no matter how much work you put in a gym, if you go home and like eat the 2,000 calories on one meal and you eat 3 meals a day, you will never notice that change.
Yeah, I would for sure say you guys don't listen to Sam Sulik's advice on just eating 3,000 calories of just whatever, like cookie dough or something. Not very nutritional. But for sure, though, the more muscle you have, the more you're burning, like calories you're burning when you're metabolically at rest. But in his case, he just needs to let time for the muscle to grow first before jumping straight to that.
Yo, we low key mogging y'all, bro.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like our camera quality is a little worse than yours.
Yeah.
All I hear is excuses.
I don't know.
Only hear excuses.
No matter, bro.
All right, for me, I'd say you guys were talking about not counting calories. For me, I actually had the opposite. I was counting every single microcalorie possible, and I was really motivated at the beginning, but I took it way too extreme. So I wanted to eat as minimal calories as possible, and that's why I kind of took so long than the typical 3 months of those newbie gains. At some point when I was 15, I was eating the recommended amount of calories for a 12-year-old girl. So about 1.2K. And I would finish eating all that by like noon. So by the time it was like 8 p.m., I was like in my mind, I had like, crazy headaches. And I somehow was like able to push through that. I was like, yo, you clearly just don't want it hard enough, you know? You think like Ronaldo would be whining about this? Mm-mm. Would Magic Mike be, be whining about this? Mm-mm. He has a job he has to do. This is like suffering, so you get to see the results in the mirror. And that did not work out for me because it got to a point where like my abs were crazy, but my arms were like twigs. Like it looked really disproportionate, and I kind of looked like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So if that was one mistake, it's you can't really speed that. And even as a wrestler, you don't just like bulge and like go crazy after the weigh-in because you're losing mass each time you cut down in such a drastic way. And there's no speeding that in that way. There's always going to be repercussions. So when they do that cut, you really can't do like a 3-week cut. It's because it's going to be brutal. You're not going to be as motivated, and it takes time for your body to adjust.
Yeah.
So that's my mistake that I hope everyone can avoid, and was not a pleasant experience.
Like also like knowing healthy calories and bad calories. The great example would be like avocado. We know avocado is like one of the best, healthiest fats we can eat, but it also is like calorie dense. But imagine like 150 calories of avocado, and you say, "Oh, I can eat like something sweet instead of that, like big amount." But yeah, that's like thinking through that, and like you have over the time, you will learn all this stuff and actually understand like what's healthy calories and what's not. Then like you don't have to be also like locked in on that calorie counting, just on dots. You can go over 100 or maybe even 200.
Yeah. I have one more question for the four of us before we transition to Mike's, experience with the dry fast. And it's kind of a creative one here. I don't think there's any wrong answer, but if you could only do one exercise for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Definitely not squat.
Push-ups or pull-ups, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because push-ups, this might count as cheating, but you could do so many variations, and in wrestling they made us do that, the diamonds, then you have the
The wide ones.
wide one, the pike ones as well.
archer ones.
Yeah. For us, they also made us do like you bounce up and then clap and then go down.
Yeah.
Crazy for chest, but it also like focuses on basically the whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say push-up is great. Too.
Yeah.
I
You
think
guys have anything?
I might have to choose pull up. There's a lot of variation. Does it count if you could like do leg raises as you're holding the bar? That can like
Yeah,
work.
yeah, it's like the same thing, like variations. Yeah.
Yes, I will go with pull ups.
I guess I would choose like some like compound exercises, like maybe burpees, to just work every muscle. But yeah, burpees really do suck though. So maybe I might have to think about something
I
else.
hate doing that in PE class, bro.
All right, I think that wraps up for the questions. Obviously, feel free to reach out if you have any additional questions to our socials.
Yeah.
They're all at Healing Your Way, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Rumble. I'm missing something, guys.
I think you got it.
Facebook.
Facebook.
yeah.
Yep,
YouTube.
He got it.
Oh, you got it.
I got that one, bro.
Oh, thanks.
My fault.
You got it.
Okay. I should be nephew, All right, but we're gonna transition now to Mike, because he just completed the dry fast challenge, and we wanted you to tell us your experience with that.
Well, first of all, idea being there since summer, since I learned about dry fast. I wanted to do that, but thinking about it, like you going 7 days, maybe depends on a person. Like it doesn't have the first fast doesn't have to be 7 days. Like the Phoenix Protocol. If anyone is interested, you can purchase the book, read about it, and if you don't trust me, let's say you can read the science straight from the book. So my experience was like I had this in mind for a long time, couple months now, and on Thursday, so was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday, I was working at Healing Your Way Clinic in Newtown, and one of our great friends, Emery, was talking about fasting, and
Oh, Anne Marie.
Emery, yeah. So she was talking about fasting with water, but I learned that water fast is actually not good for our body, because once you fast long amount of time on water, your body starts treating water as a like food basically. So you start like once it starts digesting, there's nothing to digest in there. So you start digesting your muscle tissue, which also might like start the heart condition, which might not be good for you. So I was telling her that, and suddenly topic dropped, and like I saw that she wanted to make a change or do something about it. So I said, how about we start together tomorrow? It was just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, I just said, okay, how about we just start it tomorrow? And this art requires a crazy willpower and mental state, and like discipline, crazy. And like first, before I started, I had a great meal: rice, eggs, little meat. Pause. Also some kimchi, and I had chlorophyll water to get my digestion going, all the fibers. So over the course of dry fast, I would not, like when I have constipation or something like that. So first day was actually podcast day, last Friday. So it went pretty good. We were actually outside in front of fire. Didn't feel that much. Second day, it starts to kick in a little bit. Maybe you might feel a little hungry, but I think if you hanging around with people, and like they motivate you, and like they get you going basically, because like every time like at the end of it, like day 5, I think like beginning of the day 5, half of day 5, I was just alone and I had a lot of thoughts in my mind about just picking up a glass of water and chugging it. But yeah, over the course of time, you adapt it. Like there are two methods, soft and hard. Like I was trying to do, and I did hard method. Like you don't put any water in my mouth, no brushing teeth, nothing. But the science behind it is after 3 days, our body enters into ketosis. So we start burning fat and all those useless cells we have in our body. And mind you, this only happens if you go dry fast 3 days, like no water, no food, and your body starts producing its own water. It's called water of life. And after day 3, like you will also notice the change in urine, like based on urine, you can say like how hydrated you are. So if you don't, I mean, at first, like you are skeptical, but as days went by, I noticed change that my urine looked more hydrated, which hinted that I was actually producing more water. So when I started this, I was one 192, right? Like, I was somewhere there. 192 first day when I weighed myself. I was 86 kilos in kilograms, and at this since like you have to go 7 days if you think you have like major illness or something going on, and I don't have anything like that, so I decided to wrap it up on day 6. Like I broke the fast with water, and then actually felt pretty good. I feel like after this you start to appreciate those little stuff around you, like even water. Like I will not drink, maybe even it will go a whole day without me drinking a cup of water. So I feel like that teaches you a life lesson. I also taught myself a life lesson. And it was like it's constant battle with your mindset, and you always it's just you against you basically during that time. So whatever part overcomes the other part, it's gonna win. So yeah, I decided to wrap up day 6. Felt pretty good, as I said in the beginning of this podcast. Currently, I'm 175, maybe 178, because I think I gained a little bit of water mass since I stopped the diet. And I don't know, you guys have like any specific questions you want me to ask, and I can answer for you.
How did you brush your teeth then if you're not allowed to put water in there?
That's what I said. There are two types, soft and hard. The
Mm.
soft one, you can just swirl water in your mouth and maybe like a just wet toothbrush, and you have to spit it out. You cannot swallow like single drop of water. Even in shower, you have to be like closed mouth. And for me, like once I noticed a lot of like during detox part, like a lot of bacteria built up on your tongue, so I used like tongue scraper. So that's like driest method you can use to like take care of your oral hygiene. So I was using tongue scraper throughout the days.
So, is there like a big like difference in results between like a soft dry fast and a hard dry fast, or is it like
I feel like hard dry fast is better because you also cure your gums and all that, because all the stem cells that gets activated after day 3, like every tissue in your body gets to reconstruct. And I feel like if you swirl water in your mouth, like that stops the process. So I just decided to keep it the hard way.
and
But thing with it is that like you always have that thirst feeling. You always feel thirsty, so something's missing in your mouth. So if you also like you're a talkative person who talks a lot, like I advi-
It
yeah,
hurts.
I advise you to stop talking during that period of time.
since you'd be like absorbing water through the air through your skin,
Mhm.
would it be like a good idea to like play outside if it was like raining, or like soak in the hot tub in the sauna, stuff like that?
Sauna is not recommended because you're basically dehydrating yourself again. But like walking outside when it's like air is moist also taking a shower, you're basically circulating that water throughout your skin, and this is time period where water can actually go down deep into tissue of your skin and cleanse out all the toxins that you have. So it is recommended to take showers, maybe even swim in not ocean, because the August Dunning who came up with this protocol said there are living organisms in ocean, so it's not recommended to swim in ocean. But he said like swimming in lake and pools, like those kind of stuff. If you enjoy swimming, you can do that. But my personal go-to was cold showers. So every time I felt like I was on verge of like dying of thirst, I would just hop in and cold shower, like just cold, straight up, all the way.
I think my question, I'm gonna go. I think it's obvious to say this challenge required a lot of willpower, right?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, I don't know if these guys are wondering too, but do you think you're gonna do it again?
I think I will do it again, but I would not like I would currently I'm planning, and August Dunning is also recommending like once or twice a year. So like based on my habits, because like some people start off with just going 1 day dry fast, maybe 2 day dry fast, 3 day dry fast. Not you can just hop on dry fast and go 6 days. I mean, I'm different, as you guys can see. My mental state is up here, and my spiritual power is with me. So a lot of guys might not have that willpower. So like recommendation is to go 1 day, maybe 2 day, because slip also counts as dry fasting. You don't eat or drink during slip. So 1 day dry fast will be much easier. And what was your main point of the question?
The willpower.
Yeah, well, yeah, it takes a lot of willpower. I mean, I knew I would do it, and I wanted to do it, and that's how I got through, day 6. But yeah, it's on you. Like, if I'm not eating or drinking, like, what my body gonna do about it? I was thinking about like that. Like, if I don't pick up this water glass and I don't drink it, like, what am I gonna do about it? My mental state can't do nothing about it. So I was just chilling.
Yeah, and I would like read online, and people would tell me that like say stuff like, yeah, you can't survive without drinking water like for more than 3 days.
Yeah, that's full study, and the August Dunning is NASA scientist. He's not a doctor, but he works with doctors. And this protocol comes from Russian doctor who done this on himself multiple times before actually releasing it. And the guy actually went 21 days without water or food, and said the optimal time period is 7 to 11 days. And
Yeah.
if you don't have any major issues and you just want to detox and maybe get your stem cells going, 5 days also is enough for people.
Yeah, it's really interesting seeing how the body can like compensate for having no food and water and like
Yeah.
push itself to a limit. Like,
Yep. And a lot of people I talked to actually, and I mentioned that I was doing dry fast. He said, "Oh my God, how you survive that? I thought we couldn't last like 2 days without water. What? I want to lose weight, but I don't know. Not drinking water." And I was like, "Man, this is science in the book. You want to do it? Just do it, bro." So, yeah, just do it.
Hmm.
Mm,
words to live by, bro.
What?
Words to live by, bro.
I don't know about that, but you got crazy aura now, bro.
I don't know, man. Thank you for your support, guys. I also were telling them to taunt me with water in my face, cold water. So
Yeah, I really tried my best there.
all the steak and cooking they had going on, I was sitting there watching that, and as they were eating, I was forcing myself to watch it and get stronger. I was like moving Kobe Bryant, like waking up at 5 a.m. and doing all the workouts and stuff just to get better. And I feel like if you bring your mental state up there, like nothing can bring you down, basically.
You guys have any more questions for Mike?
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah, if anyone wants to ask me any questions, feel free to reach out to Healing Your Way, and I'll get in contact with you guys, and I will always support our community. You know.
And if there are like a lot of questions and you enjoy this type of Q&A video, then we'd be happy to do another one in the future, or even any other ideas, because we're still trying to think of stuff to do and what to experience.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. Healing Your Way, Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, You can-
TikTok.
TikTok. You can find us everywhere. We are everywhere. We coming for y'all. We coming. We boys coming.
Pause, bro.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next Friday.
Thank you guys.
You guys.